If you're shopping for a retro gamer or a collector in general this Christmas, stay tuned because I'm going to give you some ideas that they just might like. Retro gamers and collectors are always actively looking for something to add to their collection, whether that be retro gaming, TCG, collectibles. Some of them can range from very cheap to kind of very expensive. But the good news is there's a lot to choose from for every collector out there. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Shiny Circuit. And today we're going to go over a Christmas list. So in this video, I'm breaking down the best Christmas gift ideas for retro gamers and collectors in 2025. So whether you're shopping for a partner, a friend, or even yourself, this video is going to help you out. Let's start with one of the safest retro gaming gifts you can possibly buy: controllers. Most retro gamers love original hardware. We love original consoles, we love original cartridges and discs. But what we could do without are stiff cables, worn out buttons. This one, like the 8-bit DOE wireless SNES controller, are great gifts for game collectors to enjoy their gaming. This is a kind of a good gift because most wireless most retro consoles come with like wired controls, like from Nintendo to up to kind of GameCube. So anything in between will require a wireless or wired controller. But if you kind of don't like that wired controller and you kind of want to be more free, these ones are really good because Nintendo 64, you can get one for the GameCube, you can get one for the PlayStation 2. On Amazon, you'll probably be able to find it for pretty good price. This one was, I think, $40, but this is great because I can play my Nintendo or Super Nintendo with wireless controller, and I'm free and I'm not tethered by the wires when you're playing retro consoles. The one I got for the Super Nintendo, originally I bought a Super Nintendo off Marketplace, and I got the Famicom style controller for the Super Nintendo. And I didn't even know this, the Famicom controller wire is shorter than the North American Super Nintendo controller. So I was just like really close to my TV and my display playing it. So this came in real handy when I can just sit back and play it without any wires. You still get the nostalgic button layout, but without being tethered to the console. They do make wireless solutions for every console you could think of, from PlayStation to GameCube to Nintendo 64. Next up, let's talk about games, because physical games are always a win for collectors. So physical games, I'm talking about like Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation, some loose kind of Nintendo 64. I have Super Smash Bros. Right here, and just physical media in general, right? Depending on what they're collecting for, if it's Switch, if it's PlayStation, if it's Nintendo 64. These games are games that people replay over and over again. No matter how many times they've already beaten them, they kind of come back and play it again. These games are instantly recognizable and they're still fun even decades later. If you're buying for the 3DS or DS, A Link Between Worlds, Ultra Sun, Bravely Default, Fire Emblem, these are fantastic collector pieces and amazing games to actually play. For PlayStation fans, you got things like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Tactics, just to name a few. Quick tip if you're buying games as a gift, don't stress too much about the condition. Where it ranges in price is kind of if it's complete in box, so with the manual and any promotional items they have, maybe maps or kind of posters. But if you're looking for the cheaper one, then loose cartridge is pretty good too. So you got a loose cartridge with the N64. They are significantly cheaper if they're kind of, especially for retro games like Game Boy Advanced and Game Boy. If they're looser cartridge like this, then they're considerably cheaper, maybe $100 off or something like that, depending on which game it is, right? So this is Pokemon Yellow. I have this, but in the store, I believe loose cartridge is around 100, but complete in box is around like 400-500. But just something to be aware of. Whether it's complete in box or loose, I'm sure they'll be appreciative just to have it in their collection if they don't have it. A clean loose copy can still be an incredible present for them, especially if it's a game the person really wants, right? Now, if you're looking for a gift that really hits emotionally, retro handhelds is where it's at. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, PSP, PS Vita, new Nintendo 3DS XL. These aren't just consoles, they're kind of memory machines. Anything from like Game Boy Color, you can still play a lot of games on Game Boy Color depending on the kind of era they want to play for. So Pokemon, original Pokemon if they're OG, like me, I like playing on this. But if they're newer school, maybe get them a Nintendo 3DS or 3DS XL, and then kind of work backwards. They can start off with this, and if they like it, the library, they can go back to kind of the DS and then to the Game Boy. Here's the PS Vita. I also am playing this a lot. Surprisingly, I'm playing discovering the PS Vita and PSP library, but this is a good gift for them as well. Most of these consoles you'll have to find on kind of like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, just because they're older and it's hard to get a complete inbox of them. You're gonna have to buy it loose. Some of them will come with chargers, some of them will come not with chargers, so you have to track that down as well. If you can get them complete inbox, the price will be up there, but I think for a collector, they would like that. For a lot of the collectors, handheld gaming is where the strongest nostalgic lives. Playing Pokemon in the backseat of a car, gaming under the covers late night, bringing a system to school or on trips. Giving someone a retro handheld isn't just giving them a console, you're giving them that feeling back. And in 2025, these systems are still incredibly fun and to play and to also collect for. This is the kind of gift where the person opens it, just stares at it for a second, and then kind of all those memories rush back. If you're shopping for a collector and you're not exactly sure what they collect, Pokemon is usually a safest bet. Pokemon cards make a great gift, whether it's booster packs, elite trainer boxes, or even graded cards if you're going bigger. This one is pretty good. My wife is really good at kind of waiting in the queue for Pokemon cards. I can never get through to the digital line. When there's a Pokemon release at the Poke Center, she always wants to get it for MSRP. She doesn't want to pay scalper prices. So if you can, try to get some of them online through the Pokemon Center, through the legit kind of Pokemon Center, and that way you can get it through MSRP. But we actually did find this one, Phantasmal Flame. We found this at our local superstore, and they were selling. They weren't selling too much above MSRP, maybe 20 to 30 bucks. But we were able to get this, and the first time, so I picked this one up because they had the special edition Charizard EX one, the whole special edition one, where you get the kind of promotion cards, and that alone is kind of 80 bucks already. So it's paying, it would cost 200. This was 90, but I believe the MSRP is 60 for this one if you bought it through Pokemon Center. I missed out on that one because I was like, it's there, but it's $200 and I don't want to spend $200 yet. But then a week passed and I was like, or not even a week, a day passed, and it's like, maybe we should get that because the promo card will pay for kind of a fraction of the box already, because it's like 80 bucks on kind of the collector and what it's going for, right? But then by the time we got there, it was all out. And then I was kind of irked by that. We saw this one, and then we're not going to make the same mistake twice, so we got this one. This one my wife got on the Pokemon Center. As you can see, the Pokemon Center right there. And this one was, she had to wait in line for about 2 hours just to get, I believe, 2 of these, right? And we're not scalpers or anything, so we're going to open these. We're not going to keep them, or we're not going to resell them, right? We're going to actually open these. And on the flip side, if you can't get those, vintage Pokemon games like Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Crystal are also huge collector favorites. Pokemon is just one of those franchises that even non-gamers understand, which makes it an easy and meaningful Christmas present. Next up, another safe bet is Amiibos. Zelda Amiibos, Mario Amiibos, Smash Amiibos, Pokemon Amiibos, you name it. They usually got an Amiibo made for it. Collectors love things that help complete a set or make their set look better. There are gifts that don't get shoved in a drawer. These are displayed actually. They go on the shelf, on desk, on display cases. If it looks good on a shelf and connects a game they love, it's probably a great gift for them. So these are Amiibos, and you can find them on a pretty good price in Marketplace, or even like some discount deals. If you go to your local game store, they'll have discount deals if you buy a bulk. But these are relatively cheap, maybe ranging from 15 to 30 bucks each. But these are good gifts. I'm obviously not going to open these, but these are just good gifts all around for kind of the collector in your life. Good pieces to have just to display. But also, like, this one is a 30th anniversary. I believe this was released in 2015 to mark Super Mario Bros. 30th anniversary. And some of these are very collectible and may shoot up in price as the years go by, right? And finally, Holy Grail gifts. These are rare Pokemon cards, rare games, Holy Grail games. So we got Chrono Trigger DS here, Pokemon Yellow, Resident Evil. These are all complete in box, and they're the original release. If you can find these in good condition, then that's even better. So Holy Grail games is like Resident Evil, complete in box, not black label. These are worth a lot, and you're gonna have to pay a premium for them, but I think in the long run they will kind of pay for themselves if you decide to resell them in the future. So we have Resident Evil here. I got this as a birthday present from my wife, Chrono Trigger DS. It comes with the map or the poster, and it's I believe I've been hearing from some of the comments on the videos from you guys that this was the first run. So this one's a little bit more rare. And then this one, I wasn't gifted this. This was actually, I had this and I kept it all along when I was like all those many years ago. I don't want to date myself, but I had this as a kid and I just kept it and like brought it. I moved with it. I moved from my small town from Spruce Grove to Edmonton, and I kept it. There is some wear and tear in it, but for the most part, everything's in there. The manual and the game. But yeah, if you want to splurge on the person in your life, get them the Holy Grail games. And it could be any one of these, right? The Game Boy Advance has a lot of Holy Grail games. Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. Just basically whatever they're collecting for. It would make a great. This would, I think, be the top tier gift for them. But in terms of budget, this will cost you a bit because they are Holy Grail games. So you're looking at from the hundreds to even maybe the thousands for some of these games. So that was pretty much it, guys. That was all the kind of gift ideas that I as a collector would want, and maybe universally some other collector in your life will want as well and appreciate some of these gifts as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for updates. Are we out?